update on the board, the soundboard. Basically what happens with this one is I've done a lot of work over here and then also on the software itself. Basically the way this works is I was able to get all these from the board themselves, from what we saved. I've cleaned them all up so that I've changed all the taken out a lot of the gates that were on here that people had. They were wondering why their sound wouldn't come through. I've also leveled out some of the EQs and put some compression on voices so you don't have to crank the your mic so high just trying to get your sound. Anyways, if you go onto your board and you put on your setting, and I'm just going to use one setting here. We'll just go to setting we have for, this is my team right here, Team Sison. Just to reiterate, I go to the board, go to this button here, it's on scenes, it says everything here, and then I press recall. As you can tell, everything came back on, so I'm going to turn off this now. All my settings they're all set up. Everything should be set up how it should be. Now, to get everything back online, if you don't hear a sound, you see this locate button. Make sure you press that one. It puts everything back into the mode. Should look like at the very beginning is the this should be, well, it's on scene right now, but if I put on input, output, I'd set it up, but basically the sound will come through when you depress that and there's no light here. Okay, now that I've got those, if for any reason that I didn't like the sound but I like the sound from last week, this is the way to save it. If you look up here, I have these other settings, and this is, I will open it up with the mouse here, open and close, see that? These up top are what is on our computer, what we've saved to the computer, and this is what is on the device. In other words, when you press get here, down here, this brings up all the things that are on the device, and if you press this button, you select one of these and you press this, it will drop it up here, up into this level. But the thing is, these are already set, and they're pretty much every time you open it up, you'll always get these ones. As you can see, there's different groups on there, and each group, if you find that the settings you don't like, you grab your group, and mine will be S10 Sison. I take this group in here and I drop it right over. You'll notice how it changes from that to this. It kind of and then you drop it in and you get all, oops, sorry, and then you get all the settings that you had the last time. Now you're wondering, how do I save all those settings for that week? Well, what you do is you make sure that after you get to your scene, you go back to your scene, as long as it's, like for mine, it's S10, and on here, whoops, and on here it's also S10, okay? So they both have to match. You make all your setting changes, and you hit this button right there. You see that little plus button? You hit that little plus button. Now, here's another cool thing about this as well. If you notice, it's called a scribble strip, and I've written right across that scribble strip there. And on the scribble strip has all the names, everything else. When you depress that plus, you get to keep all the names on the scribble strip, which is pretty cool. So if I go to somebody else's, I'm just going to overlap it with somebody else's group. Okay, so we'll go to this other one's Team Kirsch, okay? So as you notice, it says, you know, Keys, Colleen. Watch what happens when I put this one on. Changes to 1, 0, 2, 3, whatever. I change the Jesus the Anointed one. It'll change the different names on there. The only thing about that is if you use somebody else's number, it changes all your settings. So you want to make sure that you're using your original setting, that, like mine is S10, so I want to make sure I put S10 on here. And there you go. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Get in contact with me. We will be having a training soon. Just give me an email or a text message. let me know that you're interested, and we will be having one soon. Have a great day. God bless.